too. It's also, have you ever gone out so much you're just like, I don't even want to go out anymore? Like, it just, I saw an interesting article. Houston is the #1 city with the people that go out to eat most anywhere in the country, an average of 6 times a week in the city. I mean, basically almost every day. So, like, that's why there's so many restaurants in Houston. But we're there in Ecclesiastes 5, and the title of the sermon this afternoon, or the message, is Ecclesiastes 5, Fear God in a Vain World, Fear God in a Vain World. And I actually have a little, so I kind of have I use a system called, for anybody who's interested, it's called capacities.io, and it's a note-taking system similar to like Notion. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. If you don't worry about it. But for those of you that know, like you, Matt, it's object-based. So everything is object-based. Every time I write a new sentence or a thought, and so then I can search for any thought in general, and it all ties it together like a cool thing. But I have a subnote for Ecclesiastes 5, and it's basically like, don't mess with God, right? That's why we need to fear God in a vain world. And we're 5 chapters in, and again, now we're starting to move into the spiritual. We see a lot of spiritual everywhere, but remember, Ecclesiastes 5 really is that book where Solomon's kind of going through the end of his life, and he's like, look, this is how I wasted my flesh. I invested all this time in all these fleshly things, and everything is vanity and vexation of spirit. And he still elaborates on these more, but we start to see more of like, okay, this is why I'm telling you all this, right? Because I made mention many weeks ago that one of the reasons that it was hard for me the first time was because if you don't have the context of the spiritual and you read Ecclesiastes, and the first time I read Ecclesiastes, I wasn't saved. I was a young man. Man, it's a depressing book. Like, he's just kind of telling you all these negative things and how hard life is, and basically everything's going to go to waste and nothing's worth anything. And you're just like, man, what am I going to do with all this information, right? But let's go there to we're going to go through every verse here, but I want to focus, or what we're focused on here, the thing that really stands out is verse 7 says, for in the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also diverse vanities, but fear thou God. And I mean, ultimately, even in Ecclesiastes 12, I'm going to give you the end of the book. Obviously, my thought is that you guys actually read your Bible. And so we know that he gives us the conclusion of the whole matter, which is basically to love God and to do everything for God and worship God. So one of the things that we need to do for God and for ourselves is to fear God, right? And today in America, people are not fearing God. I mean, every week, it's just more violent than the last week, right? I mean, just, what was it, like a couple of days ago or last week, something? They shot up another church,